Blockchain has been one of the greatest advancements we've witnessed in the past few decades and maybe even in history. Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto created it with a view to upend traditional financial institutions and remove the middleman from the majority of transactions. Based on a trustless system where miners authenticate transactions through a consensus mechanism, Bitcoin revolutionized the way we use and think about money. Since then, a host of technologies have been developed based on the groundwork made by the anonymous Satoshi. Now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, and many others are now household names in many places. The road to actualization has been rocky, and cryptocurrency's popularity has allowed for new developments within and outside the space. One such innovation is decentralized finance DeFi. As crypto has gotten increasingly popular, it has also become very centralized, with a few big players taking up most of the liquidity and market share. DeFi is the revolt against that. Rather than relying on centralized exchanges, it puts the power back in the hands of the individual users. In place of these intermediaries, it uses programs called smart contracts to automate these transactions and ensure trustlessness. The problem with this decentralization is that it has become fragmented. With new projects popping all over the place, the DeFi space can sometimes seem like whack-a-mole. The low barrier to entry means anyone can create a project on any blockchain, and with such a plethora of choices native to multiple chains, liquidity becomes a problem. With the number of users constantly migrating into crypto to test its offerings, you would think that liquidity would be a foregone conclusion. However, the popularity of particular centralized exchanges means that they usually get the majority of the new traffic, and DeFi is left short-handed. The liquidity problem now slowly begins to become more apparent. The problem is not that there is not enough liquidity, but that the liquidity is not efficiently distributed. Some platforms have enough and some are constantly struggling to keep their head above water. Pontoon Finance's liquidity mirroring protocol is addressing the liquidity fragmentation issue that hinders the mass adoption of DeFi. In order to provide a relatively better user experience, Pontoon Finance is working towards bringing cross-chain liquidity mirroring along with trustless bridges to make it easier for users to transact seamlessly across various chains. It aims to ease the interactions of users with DeFi applications and diverse blockchain networks. Through its decentralized layer networks, it aims to make the transactions cost-effective and trustless. Names such as Amesten Capital, X21, Morningstar Ventures, Blackhead Capital, Draper Dragon Funds, X Network, and GenBlock are just some of the few that have thrown their backing behind the multi-chain liquidity project, Pontoon. That support has also been backed up with $3.2 million worth of capital as Pontoon continues its vision of making multi-chain liquidity a reality. Along with this, they have also gained support in the form of advisors such as Ravindrakumar, the co-founder of Frontier Wallet, Sandeep Nailwal, the co-founder of the popular Polygon Network, Joel John of Ledger Prime, and others. So far, Pontoon is still in its early stages. It is currently working towards auditing its smart contract code and forming strategic partnerships with credible projects in the space.